I want to just share with you 4 simple things that I think that we could do to grow in our faith this year. We talk about right now at New Life that we want this to be the year of wow, that after this year, like on December 31st, 2022, you're looking back on the year and you're like, wow, God did amazing things. And I think if we do these 4 things, we can really experience that wow with God. And the first thing that we can do to grow in our faith is to just simply read the Bible. We've been talking about it for a while, but this Bible in a Year plan that we've been doing is going great. There are lots of people who are talking. There's a lot of people who are questioning things, asking questions. There are a lot of people who are really discovering God. And I've discovered, no matter how many times I read the Bible or this passage, I feel like if I go in and say, God, show me something new, God reveals something new to me every single time. And so right now we're going through the book of Genesis, and we're going through the book of Mark in some passages. It's just great to experience God's goodness and know who God is. We get to know the character of God by spending time with Him. So if you want to grow in your faith this year and experience wow, it's reading the Bible. You can scan the QR code or go to newlife.church/Bible2022 to really get that information. But another way that you can grow in your faith is by sharing your faith. Okay, who's ever shared their faith before? Okay, sharing your faith can be hard. Even as a pastor, sharing it with my neighbors or with someone I don't know is hard and it's challenging. But the more we share our faith and take a step of faith that way, God really encourages us. It helps us grow in our faith. So the first time you do it may be kind of hard and challenging, but the 10th time you do it, it becomes a little bit more comfortable for you and it's less awkward for them. And so if you want to share your faith, that's a great way to grow. And we want to encourage you this. If you want help and encouragement with sharing your faith, we want to be able to talk to you about that a little bit. You can go in the back afterwards. You can email us, info@newlife.church, and we can talk to you about that. But if you shared your faith in December or January, we want to encourage you. And so if you just simply text SHARE to 703-454-5990, we will encourage you, we will pray for you, and just encourage you in this process because, again, it's hard, but it helps us grow in our faith. So that's the second thing you can do. The third thing you can do is serve. In case you missed it, we didn't have a drummer today. And Daniel was leading the worship. Daniel doesn't lead worship all the time. He does it. Yeah, Daniel did a great job. Jen, everybody did a great job. We're missing a bass player. We're missing a drummer. And everybody filled in and stepped in. Our tech team is great. But people are getting sick. Not just COVID, they're just getting sick. And people are calling out. We've had inclement weather. And I've really discovered that when you serve, you be part of a community, but it grows your faith. It helps you, encourage you in your faith. So if you're a drummer, we'd love to talk to you a little bit more about that. If you love holding babies, we'd love for you to do that. If you like hanging out with middle school kids, let's talk about that. If you love technology, let's talk about that. Just get in touch with us. Again, Dale, Tess, Brennan, they'll be in the back afterwards, and they would love to talk to you a little bit more about that. And you can just simply go to newlife.church/serve to find different options. But even if you go there and don't find the option for you, God has gifted every one of us uniquely. He's given us a gift to use for His glory. And so we want to talk to you about how you can use your gift for God's glory. So that's the third thing. Fourth thing, last thing, promise, is to give. You know, we've been blessed in different ways by God, and He's given us different blessings, but we can all give back to what God has blessed us with. And the great thing about what happens here at New Life, when you give at New Life, at newlife.church/give, it doesn't just stay here in the end zone. It doesn't just pay for the bills of the end zone. We use it to do events in the community. We use it to help plant churches that are planting churches. Because of your giving and growing in your faith, people are hearing about Jesus for the very first time. I know that sounds like it's getting old, but it's not old. When someone gets to hear about Jesus Christ for the very first time, their lives are changed and they're impacted because of you. So I want to encourage you, give today, newlife.church/give, whether you consider New Life your home church, or if you've just been blessed by today's service, your giving makes an eternal difference in people's lives. So I want to encourage you in that way.